Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss the third part of geography, lesson number 14, India location, geological structure and physiography. The points to be discussed today are rocks and its types, minerals, classification of minerals, soil and its formation. Rocks and its type. What is rock? A composite matter made up of one or more minerals is called a rock. Composite matter means a matter which is made up of one or more elements. So what is rock? A composite matter made up of one or more mineral is called a rock. Then what are the characteristics or features of rocks? First one is that rocks can be hard as well as soft. Hard means a substance which cannot be easily bent, broken, or that pierced is called hard. Soft means it can be broken, pierced, or bend is called a soft. So what is the first feature or characteristics of rocks? Rock can be hard or soft. Second one is that they can be porous or non-porous. Porous substance means substances having minute, very small holes in it, and which allows liquid or air to pass through it. So second characteristics of rock is that they can be porous or non-porous. Third one is that they can be light or heavy in weight, easy to carry and difficult to carry. So what are the characteristics of rocks? Rocks can be hard as well as soft. Second one is that they can be porous or non-porous. Third one is that they can be light or heavy in weight. And different types of rocks are formed because of different processes. Then how many types of rocks are there? How they are formed? Rocks can be divided into three categories on the basis of their formation. They are igneous, stratified or sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. I showed in the slide igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. So what is meant by rock? A composite matter made up of one or more mineral is called a rock. Then what are the characteristics of rocks? It can be hard as well as soft. They can be that porous or non-porous. They can be light or heavy in weight. How are the rocks are formed? They are formed due to different processes. How many types of rocks are there? Which are they? There are three types of rocks. Which are they? They are igneous, stratified or sedimentary rocks, and metamorphic rocks. Then igneous rocks. That inner part of the earth is very hot. Because of this high temperature, that matter in the inner part of the earth is in semi-liquid form, and that is called a magma. After some time, this magma cools down and rocks are formed. And these rocks are called igneous because they are formed due to the heat of due to the effect of heat. And in the formation of the crust of the earth, the central part of the earth, these rocks were formed first, so they were also called primary rocks. And so how that igneous rocks are formed? Because of a high temperature, inner part of the earth is very hot. Due to this high temperature, that matter inside the interior of the earth is in semi-liquid form called magma. And after some time, this magma cools down and rocks are formed. What is the other name of igneous rocks? Primary rocks. Why? Because in the formation of the crust of the earth, that igneous rocks were formed first, earliest. That is why they are called primary rocks. In which states these rocks are found? They are found in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and the southern peninsula. And of all the rocks, these rocks are mostly in solid form. And which are the examples of igneous rocks? Granite and basalt. Then next one is a stratified or sedimentary rocks. And these igneous rocks are broken into pieces because of a collective effort of water and some other forces. And these stratified rocks, they are also known as sedimentary rocks. And this broken rock material is constantly, continuously deposited in form and form the layers. Thus rock material is deposited into different layers. Upper layers put the pressure over the layers of underlying rocks which were formed earlier and are lying at the bottom, and eventually that rocks are formed with the different layers. And these rocks, they are found from Bihar and Jharkhand. Which are the examples of stratified rocks? Gypsum, limestone, and coal. So how are the stratified rocks or sedimentary rocks formed? Igneous rocks disintegrate because of the collective effect of water and forces. And then this broken rock material is constantly deposited in water and form the layers. Thus rock material is deposited into that different layers. Upper layers exert pressure over the layers of underlying rocks which were formed initially and are lying at the bottom, and eventually rocks are formed with the different layers. What is the other name of stratified rocks? They are also known as sedimentary rocks. In which state they are available? They are available from Bihar and Jharkhand. Which are the examples of stratified rocks? Gypsum, limestone, and coal. Third type of rocks, the third type of a rock is a metamorphic rock. That in certain peculiar condition, form, composition, and other characteristics are totally changed because of the combined effect of high temperature and the pressure of a rock strata. The igneous and sedimentary rocks changed into totally new form, and that totally new form of a rock are known as metamorphic rocks. Because of the combined effect of high temperature and the pressure of a rock, the igneous and sedimentary rock change into a completely new form. These newly formed rocks are known as metamorphic rocks. Where are these type of rocks found? They are found in Rajasthan. Which are the examples of metamorphic rocks? Marble and quartzite. Then minerals. What is mineral? Mineral is that matter which is formed due to the natural, organic and inorganic process and has a specific chemical composition. And most of the minerals, they are found from the interior of the earth. They are in solid, liquid and gaseous forms. And minerals, they are formed depend on the geological structure on the surface of the earth. So what is mineral? Is a matter which is formed due to the natural, organic and inorganic process and has a specific chemical composition. Where are most of the minerals found? They are found in the interior of the earth, in which form solid, liquid and gaseous form. And how they are formed? They are minerals, they depend on the geological structure on the surface of the earth. Then which minerals are available from igneous rock? Iron, copper, nickel, gold, silver, etc. Which minerals are available from stratified or sedimentary rocks? Coal, mineral oil and natural gas. Which minerals are available from metamorphic rock? That slate, marble, diamond, etc. So what is mineral? It is a matter. Mineral is that matter which is formed due to the natural, organic or inorganic process and has a specific chemical composition. Where they are found? Most of the minerals are found from the inner part of the earth, in which form? Solid, liquid and gaseous form. Which minerals are available from igneous rock? Iron, copper, nickel, gold, silver, etc. Which minerals are available from stratified rocks? Coal, mineral oil and natural gas. Which minerals are available from metamorphic rocks? Slate, marble, diamond, etc. Then classification of minerals. Daily we are using more than 200 minerals. So wide classification of mineral is not possible. Then also for the study, that minerals are classified into the following ways. First one is a metallic minerals. Second one is a non-metallic minerals. Third one is a minerals used as a energy resources. So how many minerals we are using daily in our day-to-day life? 200 minerals. And which are the classifications of minerals? First one is metallic minerals. Second one is a non-metallic minerals. Third one is a minerals used as energy resources. Metallic minerals, again they are classified into four. That is, the first one is a precious metallic minerals, valuable. We have to pay high prices for that. Gold, silver, platinum, etc. Light metallic minerals, they are light in weight. Magnesium, bauxite, titanium, etc. Minerals of general use, daily we are using in our day-to-day life. Iron, copper, lead, zinc, tin, nickel, etc. Then minerals used as alloys. When two minerals are mixed, then third mineral is formed. That is alloys. Chromium, manganese, tungsten, vanadium, etc. Then second one is non-metallic minerals. Limestone, they do not contain any minerals. The metals. Non-metallic minerals are the minerals, they do not contain metallic elements. For example, limestone, chalk, asbestos, mica, fluorspar, gypsum, sulfur, diamond, etc. Then energy resources. Energy resources, the minerals which are used for producing energy. For example, coal, mineral oil, natural gas, uranium, thorium, etc. Uranium and thorium, they are known as nuclear minerals, atomic minerals. So which are the minerals used as energy resources? Coal, mineral oil, natural gas, uranium and thorium. Which minerals are known as atomic minerals? That uranium and thorium. Then soil. Soil is a thin layer formed of the organic and inorganic matter on the surface of the earth. Organic means related to living things. Inorganic means related to non-living things. So it is a thin layer found on the surface of the earth, and it is made up of organic and inorganic substances. And that soil is a basic resource for agriculture. For doing agriculture, soil is a very important. And soil is related to the surface of the earth in the same way as an apple with its skin. You know, apples that outer covering is red in color, and inside that white color. So like that means soil is that outer layer of that surface of outer layer of the earth. The thin layer on the crust of the earth is known as a soil. So means a thin layer on the central part of the earth is known as a soil. So what is soil? It is a thin layer formed of organic and inorganic matter on the surface earth, and it is the basic resource for agriculture, and it is a thin layer on the crust of the earth. Then how that a soil is formed? Soil is formed because of the denudation of rocks. Denudation means a breaking of that rocks, and these rocks on the surface of the earth, they are eroded because of many factors like temperature, snow, air, vegetation, insects, etc., and then it turned into powdered form, and thus it forms that land layer. In this layer, then again that gravels, small stones, pebbles, soil particles are mixed, and that is known as a regolite. Regolite also contains that mineral condenser, and then biotic matter, living thing, the remains of living things, then air and water, they are also mixed with it. Finally, soil is formed out of this mixture, and it is a long-term process. It is formation of soil. It is a long-term process. So how is soil formed? Because of a denudation of rocks, and the rock surface is eroded because of many factors like temperature, snow, air, vegetation, different types of plants, insects, and then it turns into powder form, and thus form that land layer. In this layer means which are the things also added: gravel, smaller stones, pebbles, soil particles, and that type of soil is called a regolite, and a regolite also contains that mineral condenser. Then biotic matter, air and water is also mixed with it. Finally, that soil is formed from this mixture. So this formation of soil, it is a long-term process.